That is a gas mask, which also changed men's fashion, by the way, gentlemen, because facial hair was a big thing until the war, when they realized that facial hair, your wonderful handlebar mustaches, and your beards had one problem. It wouldn't give this mask a very good fit. And you want your masks to fit very well, because the alternative is not pretty. So it was the first time in history where the military mandated that you shave every day. Because the idea is they don't want you to die from a gas attack. Well, can you imagine what happens after 4 million men get trained to shave every day? What's going to happen when they all come home? Shaved faces are the way to go. All those ladies want them shaved faces. And by the way, you might have heard of the one company that got very brilliant. There was one company that made shaving equipment that managed to donate to the United States government stuff for every soldier. Its name was Gillette. Might have heard of that before. They sent a razor to every doughboy. I wonder what company they used when they came back. Anyway, that's where you have Gillette. And the final thing I'll point out, then we're going to move to Q&A, because there's lots of stuff I could talk about, but I don't know what exactly interests you. Let's talk about timepieces for a moment, because this is another thing that the war changed in America. Up to the war, you would have this, a pocket watch. And this was the first time where militaries really needed to know what time it was, because when you have a battle line that's 217 miles long, and you have to coordinate artillery and troops moving, and when it needs to, you need to all make sure you're at the right time, because you were doing battles not by the sun coming up and just see them and go fight. You had to time what you were doing. So you had watches. Well, the problem is if I'm running around in all this, how do I get it, and what if I break it, and what if I drop it, and this would not be good. So they had to figure out a way to take these wonderful watches and get them somewhere convenient in all of this gear for me to utilize. And so one man came up with this brilliant solution. He took this nice little piece of leather, pretty simple, specially designed, and you sit there and you could put the watch in this little hole and then seal it up. And does this look like anything to anyone? Now I've got, I could just seal this onto my arm, and when I need it I could look at it. I've got the wristwatch. How many of you are wearing a wristwatch today? You can thank the First World War, or else you'd be having pocket watches. Okay? This changed fashion as well. Now everyone can wear a watch right there on their wrist.